Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is July 23rd, 2024. A little recap on yesterday's performance. We went 0-3 after our amazing 11-0 run there. We ran into an absolute hiccup with away teams hitting the long ball. You saw Riley Green yesterday in the top of the first. Tommy Pham in the top of the first for the White Sox. And then Bryce Harper, absolute devastation yesterday, but it's all right. We're not going to dwell on it. We're going to absolutely bounce back. We've been absolutely hot, and if you know me, we absolutely bounce back after getting swept. So let's lock in right here. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's have an absolute bounce-back day on this Tuesday, starting off with game number 1. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Kansas City Royals here. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, they got Jordan Montgomery on the mound. He's 6-5 with 65 innings of work. Does have a high end of an ERA, sitting at a 6.44 here. 45 strikeouts and 47 earned runs. He'll be matched up here in Kansas City versus Alec Marsh. He's 7-6 with 91 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 4.52, 84 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning, in 46 earned runs on the season for Marsh. You look at what he did in his last outing before the All-Star break. He only pitched 1 inning against the Chicago White Sox, allowed 2 hits. He definitely has the rest here, and he's pitching back at home where he has success. Then, on the other hand, Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery has not pitched since June 27th. And if Montgomery wants to stay in the big leagues here, he's going to have a hell of a second half for this Arizona Diamondbacks to not only prove to the organization, but to prove to himself that he could be in the bigs here. You look at his last outing. That was against the Twins, where he went 2.2 innings of work here, 9 hits, in 4 earned runs. I'm expecting a different Jordan Montgomery in this second half. He is against the wall here, so I expect him to come out, fill it up, especially someone to look out for in this second half. I think he turned his season around here. And Alec Marsh pitching back at home after that last performance against the White Sox. Game number 1 between the Diamondbacks and the Royals, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's go into game number 2 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins here. For the Philadelphia Phillies, they got Zach Wheeler on the mound. He's 10-4 with 116 innings of work. Does have an ERA just under 3, sitting at a 2.7 here. 126 strikeouts. He's averaging over a strikeout here per inning, and 35 earned runs for Wheeler on the season. He'll be matched up here in Minnesota versus Woods Richardson. He's 3-1, 82 innings of work here. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.51, 71 strikeouts in 32 earned runs. Richardson has not picked up a win since June 26 against the Arizona Diamondbacks when they did face Jordan Montgomery. His last start, though, Richardson was against the Giants, where he went 4.1 innings of work, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs. His NRFI record on the season is a 15-1. Let's look at Zach Wheeler now. Zach Wheeler picked up a win right before the All-Star break, his 10th win against the Los Angeles Dodgers, going 5 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. Wheeler's NRFI record on the season is 17-2. Both of these starting pitchers get off to very hot starts, and I think they will do so here today. That's why in game number 2 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. So we're on to our third and final game between the Los Angeles Angels and the Seattle Mariners here. For the Los Angeles Angels, they got Soriano on the mound. He's 5-7, 87 innings of work, an ERA of 3.71, 72 strikeouts, and 36 earned runs for Soriano. He'll be matched up against the ace for the Seattle Mariners, Logan Gilbert. He's 6-5, 132 innings of work. Does have an ERA under 3, which is fantastic. 2.79 here with 124 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning, and 41 earned runs. You look at what Logan Gilbert did in his last start. He went against these Angels in his last start, actually. Went 7 innings of work, 2 hits, and no earned runs. but wasn't able to pick up the win. Just the continue of the offensive struggles here at the plate will be the question for this Seattle Mariners ball club moving forward. And then you look at what Soriano did. He picked up a win in his last performance against this Seattle Mariners. He knows this lineup. He went 6 innings of work, 5 hits, and only 1 earned run. Both of these starting pitchers are very fresh on these lineups here, so I'm expecting a rubber match between these two, especially Soriano. He got the win last time around. We'll see if Gilbert could get the win, and the Seattle Mariners have a little offensive production, but not early in this game. That's why in game number 3, between the Los Angeles Angels and the Seattle Mariners, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Kansas City Royals. We are smacking the NRFI. Game number 2 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins. We are also smacking the NRFI. In our third and final game between the Los Angeles Angels and the Seattle Mariners, we are also smacking the NRFI. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken back with Splash Sports. Let's have an absolute bounce back day. And if you know me, there was one thing that I did wrong in yesterday's video, and that was wearing a black hat. We were on a run. This white hat is back on. We're going to have winning days. Best of luck and best bets.